Hello, guys, and welcome to Life and Career Quest. We are starting our Career Clusters unit today, and what I've done for you guys for this unit is I've actually created this site that is going to kind of be our hub or home base for the unit. So you're going to be able to find all of your work on the site. You'll be able to find all the information that we've been learning about here on the site. And I'm going to be updating this frequently as we go through. So you can actually see up here, I have a couple different pages on the site. Some of these actually are completed. Some of these will be updated and some of them are not completed at all. And you'll be able to go ahead and later on, as I update them, you'll be able to see more information. So what I want you guys to make sure is that each time that you have Life and Career Quest, please make sure that you are watching the lesson video. It's going to have important information for you on what you're going to be working on. So what we want to talk about with this unit is really careers, and what is the difference between a job and a career is going to be the foundation of this unit for us. So I'm just going to bump up the font size a little bit so you guys can read this a little easier. But let's start with the difference between a job and a career. Having a career means that there's going to be some extra education experience in jobs in place, right? You might have jobs in a single field or in a cluster of careers, right? Not having a career means that most of your jobs are going to be in completely different areas. It also can mean you are not advancing in pay or responsibility as you move from job to job, right? A job can be just somewhere you go to earn a paycheck, but a career really means that each of your jobs, experiences, and training programs is going to help you advance in pay or responsibility in some way. In the end, your work experience and education are going to lead you somewhere in a career, whereas in a job, any experience that you have may not actually be beneficial to you. So a career also means that you have some kind of a plan in place. Sometimes you go from job to job to job. You don't really have a plan. It's not, following like a step plan or like a ladder, like moving up. You're just kind of bouncing from job to job. So the real difference between a job and a career is going to be really thinking about your attitude. People who want a career are going to be thinking about long-term goals, right? We want you guys to think long-term. What do you want to be doing over the course of the remainder of your life once you get out of high school, right? And people who are thinking of a career are also thinking about what they can do right now to make those goals in the future happen. Beginning job seekers often work hard for little bits of money, right? It might take a few years to earn bigger paychecks and we'll have more interesting job duties, but the lower level jobs oftentimes are going to be kind of like your stepping stool into greater opportunities. Right, we can talk about Ms. Wolf, for example. When I was young, my mom worked for a couple different jobs. She worked for a company called Gymboree, which is an early development learning program where they worked on, babies and toddlers learning how to walk and crawl and talk and explore. So I worked there when I was in high school. I played Jimbo the Clown at birthday parties. I got to play with kiddos when I went to work. It was awesome. Miss Wolf also went and I worked as a Girl Scout camp counselor. So I did both day camp and sleepaway camp. So I was, again, working with kids a lot. Then I got a job at Starbucks where I was making coffee as a barista. Finally, where I ended up, I decided I wanted to teach. So now I'm teaching, right? And now you can kind of see how some of my earlier jobs, specifically working in Gymboree and with Girl Scout Camp, kind of let me know that this might be something I was interested in. I was interested in working with kids. I was interested in learning. I've always been a big learner. So that kind of helped me figure out what career I wanted to go into. Right? You also want to think of it this way. If life were a video game, a job is just going to be one level. You're never going to advance at all in the grand scheme of things. It's all just going to kind of stay on level one. Having a career means that you are committed to playing the game to get better over time and advance to higher levels, right? So you just don't want to play on level 1 for the entire game. You want it to advance, you want to win the game, right? Well, in life, we just don't want to do the same thing over and over and over again, maybe, or maybe we do, but we want to have opportunities for better pay or advancement. So that's what a career cluster and a career is really going to do for you. So we can actually learn more about jobs, careers, and career clusters on our vocabulary page. So here you can see a job is just a paid position of regular employment. Your career can be a job that you have, right? You might have several jobs in a career. A career means that you're staying in the same type of work though, right? A career can be one job or many jobs. You can work for one company or many companies. A career is sometimes called a career path. It includes education, training, and work experience. In a career, you need to think about how you can grow into your job or move into another job. Having a career is going to take planning. A cluster or a career cluster is just a group of careers that share some common features. If you like one job in a cluster, you're probably going to find other jobs in that cluster that you're going to like as well. So what I've done here is I've actually assembled the majority of the clusters as I've seen them in places, and you can kind of see the difference between these things. So with a health cluster, you have workers in this cluster are going to help people have healthy lives. Some people work directly with people, others don't, right? So doctors, nurses, right? You can also have like people who do create vaccines, right? This would be part of a health cluster. One of my friends is a microbiologist. She works to kind of learn more about different bacteria and viruses and things like that and how they affect people. Business cluster. Workers in this cluster help companies run smoothly. You can look at sales cluster. These workers sell products. Some sell services. Most work with the public, and some promote products to get people to buy them. Manufacturing cluster here at the bottom. These workers build or design things. Some fix cars or planes. Others prepare food in bulk. Many work with their hands. Right? So you can go through and you can read these on your own time to get to see them all. But what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to go back to our homepage. You guys are actually going to have a list of buttons down here at the bottom that are going to let you know what the different assignments are. They're going to link you right there. You can also use the bar up at the top. But today what you're going to do is we're going to start taking career clusters tests. Excuse my hiccup. So the first thing we're going to be doing in this is we're going to be researching different career clusters and careers that you might be interested in. In order to kind of get a good gauge on what we might be interested in or what might be good for us, we're going to be taking some basic like career cluster tests. So after you finish this video, this is actually a different video that I filmed that I didn't like, so I'm refilming it. The video is going to be here, so please make sure that obviously you're watching it. You're going to watch this video and then we're going to complete one test from each of the sections. So we have interest, personality, and comprehensive tests, right? For each of these tests, you need to fill out a Google form that's going to give us a rundown of the information you learned in this assessment. So here are the 3. You can see each one has 2. I've also given you how long each one is, right? You're definitely not going to be able to do all 3 of these in one day, but you might be able to get some of them done. We're doing this today and on Friday, and then you'll also maybe have some time next week to finish this up if you haven't. But you're going to take one of each of these. And what you're going to do is after you take them, so you'll click this, right? It's going to open it up in a new tab. It'll open up the website that it links to. You'll go ahead on that slide and you'll take the assessment. And then you're going to fill out this form. You have to fill out this form 3 times, once for each test category. So we'll go through this together. Miss Wolf will do hers, right? So we'll say this is Miss Wolf. Let's say I did a personality test this time, and I'm going to give a brief description of my results. So I'm just going to write 1 to 3 sentences kind of summarizing what my results told me. Right? Do I feel these are accurate? Maybe these are accurate. Maybe I don't feel like it's 100% accurate or true to me. Right? Now, each of these tests are going to present you with some career clusters or career choices based on your results. I want you to choose 2 that interest you the most. So for each career, make sure that you explain what interests you most about the career. You can have overlapping from other tests. So for example, if Ms. Wolf got teaching as one of the careers recommended on her interests, and I used that as one of my 2 choices, and then I took the personality test right now, and teaching was one of my examples that it gave me, then I can use teaching again, right? You don't have to have 6 totally unique individual careers or career clusters. If you have some overlapping and that's really what you're interested in, you can put that in. So let's say I went with teaching, and then I'm going to say la, la, la. That's my explanation. And then we'll say, maybe I got something in a service industry, and then I'll write my explanation on why I'm interested in this career, what made me most interested. You're going to go ahead, you're going to hit submit. Once you hit submit, you're going to scroll up, and it's going to see right here, your response has been recorded. If you're able to take another test, you can hit submit another response. It's going to reopen this up for you. Remember, you have to take 1 from each section, okay? So you guys can pick which of the 2 options I've had. I've given you the time frames that it's going to take you, right? Really, the ones that Ms. Wolf likes the best, I really like the interest profiler, the personalities, and the career test. Those are the ones that I prefer. Personally, I think I've taken all of these tests, but I think those 3 give the best. But other people do like the other tests, so you can take those as well. But yeah. This is what you guys are going to be doing today. Once we finish taking our tests in all 3 of these, we're going to move on to Explore. You can see I have not really done much with the Explore page. I just have it here so that you know that it's going to be coming up. That is everything that I have for you guys today. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to drop into the class link and let us know. But that is everything. I hope you're having a great day, and I'm going to talk with you more later. Bye.